Alright, and welcome to part 3. As I promised, I'll be showing you the nuclear reactor today. It didn't take too long to build, well, placing the blocks anyway. I guess you'll see in a moment. This is just some of the stuff I've set up for it. Yeah, they're all part of the industrial craft mod. I'll go into detail about them later. Right, in here in this obsidian bunker is nuclear reactor. Now I built the obsidian bunker because the previous time I was using the nuclear reactor I made it out of stone and accidentally blew up everything. So I figured the best way to go would be with obsidian, and hopefully it doesn't just destroy everything getting away. Now, this is what's contained inside the nuclear reactor. The uranium is pretty simple, really. You put the cells in, that creates power and heat. The coolant cells around it are what cools the uranium cells and the reactor, avoiding it exploding. These integrated heat dispersers, what they do is they take heat from one coolant cell and move it to another, which is incredibly handy. Then all I've done is put running water under it to help it cool, and connect the power cable which runs into a power storage device, which you can see here. And what that does, it just allows me to keep track of how much power is being used and going into the machines. Then I've run another cable through it out here through 3 transformers, because if you just run it straight from the reactor you'll blow up anything you connect it to. So you got to go all the way through to this one, and then it should run all the machines just fine. Now this first machine here is a macerator, which what it does is when you put something like iron ore into it, this little bar here will fill up and it'll turn the iron ore into, wait for it, iron dust. Now you get 2 iron dust per iron ore, which will then move into a furnace. Right now I'm using the Buildcraft pipes to do that automatically, and this is a redstone I can't remember the actual name for it, redstone something or other, which will power this wooden pipe here and extract stuff from the macerator, then move it along the stone pipe into the furnace, where it gets smelted and then extracted again, carried over to this wooden chest, and then we have 2 iron ingots, which makes the whole process pretty handy. This pipe you see here running up through the ceiling, it runs back up past here, so I don't actually have to walk all the way down to this, an obsidian pipe, where, this is really cool, if I throw an iron ore at it, it gets sucked into the pipe system, carried along the pipe through this wall, all the way out and into the macerator, where it will get broken down, smelted into more iron, and then end up in this chest, where I can just pick it all up. Now you can also turn cobblestone into glass, which makes it a lot easier than having to go find sand. Now this lever here, I'm sure you all noticed that earlier, what it is it's just basically connected to the insulated redstone, which I promised you I would show you eventually. Then it runs up through into the roof to these light stones, which come with better than wolves. What they do is when I hit this switch I have light. I've been using them only in here because of the simple fact that torches weren't effective enough. I also attempted here to set up a light system that also ran along to the door and open the door, but as you can see there's been a glitch where previously it was actually working, but for some reason currently it's just decided not to. Now, all these machines are pretty useful for breaking down things. Over here I've got a couple that I don't really know what to do with. This is an induction furnace, and I've been putting objects into it wondering what it does, but as of yet I have no real idea. I think I need something else to power it. This is a miner, which yet again I don't know what it does, because it appears to not actually work without some special component. Now this whole setup will basically run itself, so the only thing you need to worry about is the uranium reactor, which you can see here is starting to degrade, so hopefully before the end of this episode it won't have exploded, because I am currently out of the cooling cells and that would be very bad indeed. Righty, next up I'll be waiting till nightfall and I'll be showing you one of the werewolves. Hopefully I'll be able to kill it before it kills me, but yep, I'll just cut and jump to that. Hey guys, I know I said that I'd jump pace to when I found a werewolf, but I was taking a look inside my inventory and I found something that I knew you would just love to see. If you give it a moment, I'll be able to show it in action. Well, there he is. You can see over there's a skeleton. Watch what happens when he gets closer to me. Come on little fella. Yeah, that's it. Chase me. Oh, he missed. If you guys haven't seen it yet, there's a little blue laser that keeps firing. It's this thing above here. What it is that is a laser sentry gun. It'll automatically kill any hostile mob in the area. Now when I found this in my by using the inventory editor, we also noticed a few other things. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly go ahead and place one of these on a little platform. What it will do is it'll seek out any hostile mob and kill it for me. Now they can be moved by running into them, so you got to be careful placing them. There we go. Now this one's different to the other ones. When a hostile mob shows up in front of this, it will fire a laser guided rocket, which will automatically follow any mob it sees. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Thought you guys would love to see that. Now back to that werewolf.